come down to Seaton. Gary and Phil are fishing one of their local matches. I think it's with the Beer Fishing Club. Nice bunch of guys, and I've tagged along. I'm just going to fish on the end, and I want to fish tonight. We'll shove a Wessex rig into the gutter about 10-15 yards out, and then I'm going to fire another Wessex rig further out, which will go into sort of 70-80 yards. There's normally another gutter around there somewhere, so we'll see what's happening. Size 2's on one, and on the other one, on the upper hook, I've got size 6 or size 4, I can't remember now, and on my lower one I've got a 2.0. So on the lower one I'm going to have some live rag and a black lug, solely looking for like a nice bass floating. On the upper one, might have a bit of squid tipped with worm or something like that. On the other one going further out, there'll be squid and fish baits. So covering all bases, and we'll see what we can catch. So with that, I'm going to shut up, I'm going to bait up, and we'll fire a bait out there. But before all of that, I think I should have some coffee. That's better. Right, so we've got some nice sized drag that are pretty lively, even in this cold. Looks to be farmed, but still does the job. Anyway, we'll get those on. On the bottom one, I'm going to use one black lug with 2 live rag. Live rag don't only give scent, they also give movement. I tend to leave the tails moving, because it is murky out there at the moment. We've just had this big storm pass through, and a bit of movement can never do you any harm, can it, you know? So with that, I'll rip all the heads up the top, the rest of the black, take it all the way down, like so, make a bit of a sausage, and then at the bottom, I'll leave all of this, and we'll whip that onto the 2.0 on the bottom half of the ledger, bottom half of the Wessex, sorry, so it's on the running ledger part. I'll puncture it a couple of times just to get a bit of extra scent out there as well. Basically thread it onto the hook. I know the head minds it, so anyway, that's where we're at. Okay. Put it in at the top, thread the rest of it on, like so, and literally Tronics Pro bait latex, which is much better for worm baits, it's finer, doesn't pull them all to pieces and stuff. I just whip it up whilst they're nipping you, and there we go. One nice bait, make sure that hook is clear, and lovely jubbly. In the words of Dell. Right. On the upper bit I'm just going to put a small worm, so a small one like that. That one on the small hook I put on a little bit different, okay? I hook it, I turn it round, go through it again, turn it round, go through it again, and he's just held on there. I'm not going to whip that one at all, it's not needed, it's not going far at all. So we'll just chuck it out like that. Still got a bit of movement. I'll spray a bit of the old magic juice on it in just a second, and that's going to go into the gutter looking for bass. Right. So that's those baits covered with the bonga juice. Let's get that out there. rolling lead on that one as well. Although it's 7 ounces, so it won't be very dry. Just make sure. Next page. So this Wessex rig, pretty much similar, only it's got a little stand-off silicone tube, and they go into 2 O's instead of smaller hooks. And again, running ledger format there. This is going to go out about 70, 80 yards. I'll start at 70. If I don't find nothing, I'll keep pushing out as far as I can. Normally launch these to about 90 to 95. Just put the bottom hook onto the grip of the weight. And yeah, squid and fish. So we'll get that sorted out and get it out. That's a larger one. I've just squished it all down, and then we'll compact it with the elastic, which is a stronger one. More like rope, but it does the job. So again, I'll leave the head on it, and I'll put the hook on it. I'll put it through the eyes to release the juices in there too. That'll be on the bottom hook. There you go, that'll go on the bottom hook. So it'll go through the eyes and you've got little tassels flapping away. Next bait's a bit smaller, a bit slimmer, although it's still a large bait. I'm not after the small stuff. So you can catch plenty of small fish here, pout, whiting, little eels, and dogs, everything else. But we'll try for some other stuff, some bigger bits. Okay, take the head off. Worm over the hook shank, and hopefully that'll keep on a bit better. Threaded that one. Alright. So it's right in the gut of that one. If we end up with an alright sized white, then I'll put it out on a live bait. Alright, coffee. rag on rag. Oh, there we go, that's a fish. Go. Nice whiting to start the evening. Bit too big for a live bait, so he gets to go back, but let's turn it off. Yeah, he's a bit big for a live bait, so I'll chuck him back. We can get a smaller one though, that'd be lovely. See that really? It's not the best light tonight. And he's not staying still. There we go. One little whiting. But he's lucky. He gets to go back to that. Yes. 34 centimetres. Not too bad. Another white bit. That's perfect, so we use them for a live bait, just about right. Okay, so I've just live baited a whiting, chucked it out. It's only about 15 yards out. Hopefully that'll bend over screaming with the bass, that'll be nice. It's a good sized whiting, so anything sort of £6 upwards should be able to take that quite easily. shop. We've just got a whiting to end the evening. It's night of the whiting. Fishing on the land, keeps you busy, doesn't it? So just measure them. It's only 33 centimetres. Nothing special. But there we go. So got those big obscene baits out there. I'll give them a few minutes while I pack down, and then I think we'll call it a night. We didn't get no monsters close in today, but we had a few whiting and whatnot, kept us active through the day. Some of them were on the right size as well. So thanks for watching, and be back out again tomorrow probably.